Peace and blessings, y'all. Check this out. This is Aaron Rodgers and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Quarterback, used to play for the Packers. Jets now. He'll always be a Packer to me, though, you know what I'm saying? But Aaron done got a little, I ain't gonna say weird, but like, I guess he's just coming out with like who he is as a person and stuff, as far as his opinions and all that. And because remember, like early in his career and stuff like that, Aaron was pretty reserved and just quiet when he was here with the Packers. You know what I mean? And I actually met dude once when I was working at Carnivore. On some side note shit real quick. Oh, by the way, sorry y'all, it's Monday morning. Yep. Yep. Just heading, you know. Well, I'm already at work. You know, I've been out here for about over an hour already. Yep. Just checking in. Some of the content we created was from late last night or early this morning before I left out. Yeah, I've been up since about around 3 o'clock this morning. Anyways, yeah, I met Aaron Rodgers though when I was at Carnivore. This was back in like 2015 around, 2015, 16, something like that. But I remember they had a little event, a little dinner or whatever. And it was mostly the offensive lineman back then. I think David Bakhtiari, he was either in his first or second year. But it was like the linemen and stuff. It was Josh Sitton was there, Brian Block and all them. But I just remember Aaron coming in last. Like he kind of came just in all like at the end, just like people were still waiting there for him. It wasn't a big old deal or nothing, but you know, they were having dinner and I just remember him rolling in. He was the last one to show up, just kind of, and just the vibe I got off of him. I didn't say nothing to him. None of that, you know, but I was the busser. So, you know, I was around, you know what I'm saying? So I was observing the area because I got to watch things. But yeah, just the vibe I got off was just kind of like, I don't know, a little maybe standoffish, not very friendly. But like I said, I don't know. I ain't going to put that narrative on him, but it did seem that way. But anyways, yeah. I got this video. Sorry for rambling. I'm still asleep a little bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna play this video clip. It's of Aaron Rodgers. He went on that creep Tucker Carlson show, I guess. The racist Tucker Carlson. He went on his show, and I haven't watched the video yet either. So, but from what I'm gathering, because under no circumstances would I ever be playing anything from Tucker Carlson. But it sounds like he had Aaron Rodgers come on his show thinking he was going to probably be talking about certain stuff or whatever. And it sounds like Aaron started just kind of, I ain't going to say going off on him, but he started like talking about stuff that's more left-leaning and more conversation that you would probably hear a Democrat like kind of talking about. You know what I mean? Questioning things. One could say he's talking about white supremacy in a way. Or white privilege, I should say, at least. You know, he's talking about, you know, pedophilia and just like all that, what crimes get highlighted versus the ones that don't. You know what I mean? So he's basically speaking on some white privilege and just how certain white crimes get kind of swept under the rug or they don't get as much attention and stuff. I'm gathering that's what he's talking about just from the closed captioning I'm reading. But we're going to play this real quick and see what Aaron's talking about. Wait, hold on. Sorry about that.
I mean, how
would you be shocked to learn that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself?
No. I mean, how many Jeffrey Epstein type people are out there?
Well, that's right.
That's the real question.
You mean people who've been killed, or people who are using sex as a blackmail tool?
That.
Yep.
And then who's pulling the strings on that?
Any guesses?
White people.
Ghislaine Maxwell has a lot of ties to the Mossad.
Yep.
That would make sense. I mean, Jeffrey didn't seem to get some of the appointments he was given in the prominence based on merit. Somebody was putting him in the right spots. But I don't think he's the only one. I think there's a problem, a weird, bizarre problem, really, that has a weird sex component to it, with some of the elites, and there's a pedophile component to it as well, which is.
And who do you think those pedophile and the elites are? Those are white people. Come on, y'all. Even if you don't like what I'm saying, and you don't like what Aaron's saying, it's true. Just because people don't like something, or they don't agree with it, or it's not their vibe, or whatever it is, if it's something, someone's telling you some information, and it's factual, but you don't agree with it, you don't like it, that doesn't make it not true. That just means you don't like it, and you just don't agree with it. But the information still remains true. It just means you just don't like it. Same with this. When Aaron says the word elites, who is he talking about? Elites, those are white people. When he's talking about the pedophiles, who are those? 9 times out of 10, it's going to be somebody white. I think that's where he's going with it too. And I talk about that a lot, like about, what crimes get highlighted, which ones get talked about the most on the news, which one, because all of that goes in the narrative. And then all, that rolls down into stereotypes and all that kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, let's see what else.
Which is really sick. And there's, some prominent figures, who are in the spotlight as of late. I would like
Trump
that to be exposed. But Jeffrey Epstein had the goods on everybody. So there were a lot of people that didn't want him to be alive. And then the whole, wild story around, multiple people being asleep and, him not being watched at the time is real convenient. And I just don't believe in that many coincidences.
No. He was murdered in federal detention in Manhattan. I don't think there's any question about that. And people lied about it, including the death.
All right. Shut up, Tucker Carlson. And that's the thing too, like I was saying with dude's punk ass, that Tucker, like I don't understand. To me, how is he so far up there on the list? As far as like, his podcast is super popular. Why is that? If no one's racist, because a lot of white people always talk about how racism is over and stuff like that. So if racism is over, and, everything's all, great and everything, because for what he talks about, he's a Republican. He's a racist pig. So if there's not racism and all racism's over and all that stuff like that, then why would his content be popular still? Why is there an audience for that? Because he's one of the top-rated podcasts on any site, I believe. And he's spewing out racism and just all the bullshit, right? All just lies and just bullshit, right? But people continue to still listen to that. That means there's an appetite for that. That means there's people that feel and think the same way he does or very similar. You know what I mean? So shouldn't his numbers be like next to nothing? Shouldn't they be low? Shouldn't his numbers be in the tank, in the basement? Because nobody wants to hear about racism. People ain't trying to be racist. People don't want to hear about that shit. People don't want to have nothing to do with that garbage ass conversation, right? So if that was true, then his numbers should be stupid low. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't let my eyes lie to me. I don't let it's just like, man, like, what other explanation for that is? There's got, just like, people that listen to our podcast, I'm going to assume they're more Democrat leaning, or they're, more than likely the majority of people that listen to our podcast are probably going to be black and brown people. You know what I mean? Because based off what I'm talking about, it's relatable. We have more in common. So, you know what I mean? And then you have someone like Tucker Carlson who's spewing racism. I talk about racism. I discuss it, how it holds black and brown people down and stuff like that. I point out references. I talk about situations. I pull up clips like, here, this happened here. This happened in this city. This happened in this state. Here's some police brutality here. Here's some sexism going on here. Here's some racism going on here. Here's some, whatever going on here. Pointing it out and discussing about it. I don't get on here and say, oh, fuck white people, fuck white people, fuck white people, and all this shit. I don't do that. I may have a gripe, and I may, because of, what some white people have done to me. You got to look at what my life, and like I always said, I made decisions on my own that landed me in these prisons and stuff like that. I take full responsibility to that because I made choices. And I understand there's consequences that come with the choices that we all make, all of us. You're either going to end up with a good consequence or a bad one. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just came out over here by the car. I'm going to have me a little cigarette and shit. Yeah, I'm at work, so I'm just taking me a little break. Yeah. I got all the way to work on the orange of the tank. The gas light just came on a few minutes into my trip to work, so I got to go out and do a few deliveries. I got to drop a few things off, so I'm going and dip over to the gas station and throw some gas in here, and then, do that, and then, I should be home in about an hour. I only got a couple stops real quick. I like that when I do deliveries. Sorry, I went off to a different topic, but when I do deliveries in the work, in the morning, I like when the stops that I have to make are right by my job, you know what I mean? Because then I can just boom, 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 and then get the paperwork back and then get my ass on back home. But yeah, it's July 4th weekend, y'all. But, yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, man, I guess it's all hands on deck, though, when it comes to this, Democrat versus Republican stuff and just all this presidential race stuff. And just keep in mind, though, too, like in reality, your local elections, whatever's going on in your city and state, in true reality, that stuff is more important than who's, running for president. Because the things that happen in your city and state, like locally, where you are every day, those things are going to affect you, more on a daily basis. So, and that's what I was saying too, like, people are always talking about, like, white people are always talking about how, like, the cities, you know what I'm saying, are like all bogus and bullshit and they're no good and they're dangerous and all this stuff like that. Well, then if you guys want to sit here and condemn the inner cities or whatever you guys call them, well, then why aren't more of you guys running for office down here? Why aren't there more white mayors? You know what I'm saying? Like here in Milwaukee, most of our leadership or whatever here in the city of Milwaukee is black. Well, I say well more than half of it is. But y'all heard me play that clip from Chevy Johnson. He was talking about, man, like, because the news reporters were asking them all about guns and schools and stuff being dangerous and stuff like that. Well, it's like, hey, them Republicans, the lawmakers of the state legislatures, the ones that work up in Madison, they're the ones who can actually do something about it. Or make some kind of change happen. So while you guys, you news reporters and media and all that stuff like that, and just people in general are sitting there, bitching and complaining about the Democrats and talking about how horrible the city is, well, why don't you take that same energy and go on up to the state capitol and ask them why they're not sending money down here and making laws to make things better? Because they're the ones that can actually get the change going by making the laws. They have the power to do that. These local officials here in Milwaukee don't have that kind of power. That's not their authority for that. They don't run the money for that. People need to get smart with that shit and understand Like, do your research on all that as far as who runs and controls the money, who makes the laws. Like, understand all of that crap first and then decide. You know, be informed on the stuff and then have an opinion about it instead of just being like, oh, this and this and that. Man, you have nothing, you have no information or nothing, no facts to go off of. You're just going off emotion. And then when somebody does present facts to people, they still want to deny, oh, well, whatever. Like, that should have been, that ended up being their argument. I hate that. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to play that little clip and see what y'all think. Because I thought that was kind of cool how Aaron, you know, just like changed the subject on dude. Because I bet that Tucker Carlson bitch probably thought Aaron was going to come in there and like talk about certain stuff or whatever. But, yep. These days are, so today is the day I call in my PO, you know, my parole officer. I call in. Because like I told y'all, I call in once every 3 months. That's how, because I'm on low risk, you know what I'm saying, is what they call it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I've been on this paper for years and years. I've earned the status, you know, that I'm at, you know what I mean? So I don't have to go in there every couple weeks and see them and all that. You know, I've earned that. You know, because I'm out here doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, man. It's nice not having to worry about shit and be in trouble. And, man, it's so nice to just have a clear conscience and know that everything I'm doing is on the up and up. I ain't got no bullshit going on. Man, that feels so good to know that, you know, my life is on the up and up. Because there used to be times when I like had to go see my PO or whatever and stuff like that, and you'll be like stressful, like, damn, man, like I was doing this, I was doing that. I wonder, you know what I mean, like when I used to smoke weed and shit back in the day, have to go in and see the PO and stuff, and you'd be sitting there wondering, damn, I wonder if my piss is clean. I wonder if I drank enough water. I wonder, you know, all that. Man, that stuff was stressful. Man, you talk about stress. People talk about being stressed out here, man. That's stress. That's real stress. You know what I'm saying? That's real stress. But yeah, I don't have to worry about that stuff no more because I don't do that. I don't do bullshit anymore. And like I said, I just call once every 3 months. You know, on that like video conference thing, you just call in and just blah blah blah. How's it going? How you doing? Blah 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 blah, and then that's it. You know, usually ends up being about maybe no more than a 10-minute conversation, and that's it. And then I call her again 3 months later. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got. Yep, right around 24 months to go. It's gonna go fast. I know people are like, damn, you gotta be on paper for 2 months. Shit, I've been on it since I came home. Like I told you, I came home April 8th, 2013, which is actually my son's birthday. Yep, I got released on that day. So, you know, every April 8th, you know, is a new year for me. So what's it? This past April, what did I just say? I got out 2013. So this past April made 11 years for me, right? Yeah. May, June, July. Yep. So I am now past 11 years. I'm 11 years and what? 3 months I've been out. Yeah. Nope. Check this one out, y'all. This is a white lady speaking too, but you know what I'm saying? She knows her stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff is just common sense, really. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to race issues and all that kind of stuff, like, you know what I mean? Never let your eyes lie to you and just pay attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? And this is this white lady, and she is talking about basically how Donald Trump is a racist. You know what I mean? And that he doesn't truly care about black people. And this is a white lady, and she can see it. So if she can see it, you know definitely black people, we can see it. We know when people are bullshitting us. We know when people are trying to pull the wool over our eyes. I'll give you a quick example before I play this clip. You remember Herschel Walker, right? He used to play football, college, Georgia, played in the NFL, Minnesota, and all that. Dallas or whatever he played for. So dude ends up, he ends up being a black European. You know, a land grabber sympathizer is what I call him. You know, black European. Basically, he's Dave Chappelle. Remember Dave Chappelle character? The racist. He thought he was white, but he was really black and he was blind. Black European, yep. That's what Herschel Walker is. But anyways, like, remember when he was running against Warnock? And Herschel Walker was up there, trying to talk to black people, telling them how he, all trying to make it seem like he was down with us and all that. And we knew he was a clown. We knew he was an Uncle Tom. We knew all that, right? So that's the reason some of us came out and voted. It was a vote against him. I mean, a lot of us, we wanted the other candidate. I'm saying, like, that was the main reason, but some of us came out to vote, just to stop the bullshit, because we knew Herschel Walker was lying up there, and we know he's an Uncle Tom. We know he ain't really for black people. So we knew that, and that bothers us. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons that made us come out and vote as well. Along, just for the fact that we wanted the other guy to win. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that'll be. So I'm going to play this clip. And, yeah. She's talking about Trump's bitch ass.
The phony racist at
okay, here we go.
Or at the... You know why black people don't support Donald Trump by and large? Because they know a liar when they see one.
Yep.
Black people, most of them, I would say 99.9% of them, if not 100%, have been lied to their entire lives. They've dealt with the phony racist in church, the phony racist at work or at the store. They're smart enough to know this bullshit when they see it and when they smell it.
That's right.
Right? They know when someone's being real. They know when someone truly likes them and when someone is just trying to get something from them. Or is just being what I call a polite racist. So this week, Trump did it again. Trump MAGA Republican Congressman Byron Donalds clearly didn't get the memo.
Byron Donalds a black European, too. Black dude, man, up there kissing Trump's butt. Trying to be his vice president, dog. And that's the crazy thing about that Byron Donaldson. He's been to the joint before. He's been a victim of this bullshit-ass white criminal system. You know what I mean? The way he that's part of the reason I feel the way I do about some white people. The bad ones. Because those are the ones that were treating us like shit in prison. And talking to us any old kind of way. And telling us, oh, I'll see you in 6 months when you get out. Oh, I'll see you, but you'll be back within a year. Oh, I'll leave the light on for you and all that shit. You know, that type of stuff.
On how bad that last visit went, because he decided he was going to host a similar event in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called the Black Americans for Trump event. This went even worse because apparently they must not have paid black people to attend or to fly down to this event for, as they did before, because that was reportedly what happened. It came out later that, some of the few black people who were there in the church, they were actually paid to be there, or they were flown in. These were people who follow Trump to his rallies all over the place. These are like the usual suspects that you see. So this wasn't like a spontaneous thing like, oh, Trump is in town, we gotta go. So this Georgia event was supposed to be a business roundtable. Trump didn't.
Sorry about that, y'all. I'm done with work now. Just getting in the car. And, I'm going to finish playing this video for y'all.
Even bother to show up. He literally phoned it in. And a New Republic journalist named Talia Jane, she wrote, quote, "The seats were positioned in a semi-arc facing a gaggle of cameras and sea of white people, and everyone looks abundantly unenthused to be there." And
Dude thinks black people are dumb, because that's what they're doing. What they're doing, they're going to these events and they're zooming their cameras in, or you know what I'm saying, they're just like cropping a certain, you know what I'm saying, oh, there's black people in this one, let's crop it, you know what I mean, so it looks like there's a bunch of black people. Or they pay black people. They do that here in Milwaukee. I think the Republicans, I don't know if they still do, but they set up shop down here. They had like an office and everything, they're down here trying to pay people and stuff and shit to man, they're down here tripping, man. Remember when that Eric Hovde came down here to Juneteenth Day? He looked so uncomfortable. And shout out Benjamin, 101.7 The Truth. Benjamin had asked him, he had asked that Eric Hovde if he knew what that Project 2025 was. And Eric Hovde, I think he lied. He knows what that Project 2025 is. It's basically some white racist bullshit. You know what I mean? They want to have all these laws and set all this bull stuff up. You know what I mean? In the Republican Party's eyes, they want to just basically have control of everything. Basically is what they're trying to do. You know, which they're already in control and running everything. You know what I mean? And I think too, I think if it went around, right, let's say the white Republicans asked, just like the general society in the United States of America, and they asked all white people. They asked every white person, individual, 18 years on up, which you would consider an adult. Let's say the white Republicans asked every white person 18 on up in this country. They're like, do you want us to send black people out of the country? To just wherever, just get them out of here. I think 60% of white people would say yes. No, I would say 50. I would say 50% they'd be cool with black people having to leave. I really feel that way. Because even some of the ones that we call good, they even have little biases and little bullshit about black people that they keep under their breath. They keep tucked inside. And that's the other thing. I feel like some white people, they got that N-word tucked and ready to go. I feel like a lot of time they're always, I said the some white people that I'm talking about are always ready. They always got that N-word. You know, cocked and loaded, ready to use it at us, ready to hurl the N-word at us if they feel, you know what I'm saying, that we're being out of line or we're being, you know what I'm saying? They'll end up, because I think they'll be a lot of times calling us the N-word and being disrespectful in their head. I used to do it when I worked in restaurants. Like when there'd be white racist people in there, patrons that I knew clearly didn't like black or brown people, or that's what I really believed in my heart by the way they acted or some of the things they said and shit like that. I would go to the table to bust a table or whatever, and I'd be cussing them out in my head. I'd be calling them all kinds of stuff in my head. You know, racist, white, Whatever. In my head, I'd be saying it about them. Because I know what they think about us. I had one white customer one time, he told me to get away from the table, like, you know what I'm saying? I come over there to bust the table, and he like, get. I snapped on him. I almost lost my job that night, man. I told dude, man, don't you ever talk to me like that. I said, you better watch your mouth, man. But I said some other stuff to him, but like, you know what I'm saying? I almost lost my job that night. And just the way some of them white patrons would come in there and talk to like some of the Mexican busters and stuff like that, that their English wasn't that great or whatever. And just the way some of the white servers would speak to some of the Latin busters and stuff like that with no respect. Yeah, I used to hate that. Because I would have to say something to them white servers sometimes. You know what I mean? Be like, man, you know, you ain't going to be talking to dude like that. You know, watch your mouth, man. You know, you ain't going to be speaking to dude like that when I'm here. Because I'm Mexican and black and I can speak English. My English ain't fucked up. I can understand when you're being disrespectful.
Jane said that when Trump called in, all he did was, quote, ramble about the tax cuts he's looking to give the ultra-rich and their billion-dollar corporations.
Want to hear something crazy, baby? At this crazy story right here. Let's see what's going on here. It's July 1st, y'all. Let's see.
Are you saying that there's more money in here? What I'm saying is he just touched my money and went through 3 different court departments.
This is this cop. He's stealing dude's money. They arrested him, took him to jail, and they're in the garage of the jail or whatever. And dude noticed his money is missing and shit. And he watched dude take his money, pop the, you know, the blue band off the money and shit. So dude confronted dude about it, and the cop is lying about it. They do steal money. When I was in prison, baby, when I was telling you, when I was at RCI way back in the day, because back then you could bring money up there. Like when you came to visit somebody, you could bring them money, like cash. Leave it at the desk. You would get a receipt and stuff like that or whatever, you know what I mean? Come to find out, they had popped a few people. The guards, they were stealing people's money. Like cash, like people, let's say someone brought $100 up there for you. They would keep like 20 or 25 of it. Yeah, they were doing a little petty shit like that, and they ended up getting caught. But, because they probably assumed no one was going to know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I would, like if someone came to visit me and they're bringing money, I'm going to know how much they brought because I'm going to ask. Or they're going to tell me, oh, I brought you $100 up here. Or like if mom came and she'd be like, oh, I brought you $100 up here or whatever, or $50 or whatever. You know what I mean? So when I get the receipt, I'm going to know, I'm going to see, it's going to say $75 on it. And she told me, so where's the other $25? Because she told me she left $100.
Right.
So just the boldness of people to even try doing that. Yep. Shout out Governor Westmore out of Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Dude let all them people out of prison and shit for the weed. He was in Wisconsin yesterday. Yep. He was in Milwaukee yesterday. We had another Democratic leader that was out there in Madison. You know what I mean? They're like Joe Biden. They're like, you chill, rest up. We got you. We'll get out here and take care of it. You just lay low, chill, and we got this. You rest up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm going to play this clip. This is his cop. He stole dude's money, and he's trying to act like he don't know what the hell dude's talking about when he asked him about it. Now watch. Here we go.
Are you saying that there's more money in here?
Happy July 1st.
He touched my money and went through 3 different court departments, and I seen him put it in between his legs. I heard my rubber band. I've been nothing but cooperative with you guys. All I wanted you guys to do was... I'm saying, but he already moved and did a lot of different stuff. I don't even care to find the money, but how you know for a fact that I'm right. Come here. Do you mind if I move? Come here. I'm not telling you. I want you to hold me so you know that. Okay. Do you see anything? No cap. I'm not even gonna touch it. It's blue hundreds right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that. This is your money? Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. All that's been recorded, right? That's my money. That's my money right there.
The cop popped the band on it.
I seen you take it. I seen you come. Sir, just count it. If I'm right, it's gonna be around $1,000. If I'm right, and like I told you, I just went to Wendy's. I seen you still. No, sir. If you don't mind, I just want to sit down so y'all don't try to say I'm resistant. I don't want to do nothing. All I know for a fact is I know what I know and I've seen it. I just wanted you guys to trust me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was just acting a little irate, but I'm perfectly fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to expose you. That is not me, bud. Brother, I just seen you steal my money. It was no reason for you to pop my rubber band, brother. It was no reason for you to pop my rubber band off my money. I didn't pop your rubber band off your money. I heard it. Me and you just spoke about it.
That's crazy.
I think the cop ended up being fired or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It got sorted out. Yep. There was a downtown hotel death here in Milwaukee at the Hyatt. I wonder if it was someone that was staying in a hotel or if it was like maybe a homeless person or something. But yeah, they were giving CPR to whoever it was right outside the entrance of it. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yep. That's what they're out here doing. I think another cup of coffee is in order. Did you have coffee yet, baby?
I'm not ready for it.
Okay. I'm gonna have me a little cafe. We're doing the Starbucks this morning. I didn't feel like grinding the Collectivo up because it was real early and shit. So I didn't feel like waking people up and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, this is a cold world out here, y'all. Dress warm. Yeah, but I'm gonna have me a hot cup of coffee though. Cold world, you need a hot cup of coffee to keep you warm, right? There it is. So yeah, everyone enjoy this episode. Chewy, stop licking on the keys. You cannot lick on keys, bro. You're gonna get sick doing that. That's gross. All right. So I'm gonna feed the pets and get ready for the news. See what's going on with CNN. It's July 1st, y'all. It's July 4th weekend here. Stay safe if you're celebrating or whatever, you know what I mean? To each his own. To each his own. I just would ask everyone, respect everyone's decision on celebrating or not, because it means something different for other, for different people. It just does, you know what I mean? Because like me and Michelle were saying, if people were truly about the Independence Day and all that and really knew what was going on, then, Juneteenth would be the true celebration of Independence Day for everyone. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be celebrating two different holidays. But that's how it is. You know what I mean? But with that, thanks for listening to the episode. Thanks for listening to the clips, the music. Thanks for listening to me pour the coffee and all kinds of other dumb shit. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I'm saying we appreciate everyone listening. To my family that's listening, I love you. Enjoy the weekend coming up. Well, July 4th actually falls on a Thursday this week. Yep. Damn, so this is going to be a short week for most people. I bet most people are probably going to go to work today and tomorrow, and then that's it. And then it's going to be a long-ass weekend. So enjoy and just be safe. You know what I mean? If you're doing fireworks and stuff like that, be careful with that stuff. Be careful. I know fireworks are illegal in Milwaukee, in the city of Milwaukee. Yeah. I don't fuck with fireworks. I've never been a fireworks person, even when I was a kid. I've never really been into that. Yep. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of the episode and peace. This Michelle song. Michelle loves this song. So. Whose song is this?
But all I really want to know is where the love is at. I'm in love with this. I'm in love with that. I'm in love with drug money. I'm in love with rap. Got a couple hit it with me and they love me.
Enjoy the episode, y'all. It's July 1st.
Yeah, after the smoke clears, from my hustler days into my smoke years, they was just playing ball or selling dope here. I showed them it was more. I bought the whole here. Made different plans, found different strands. OG was waiting to land. I had to fifth in hand. Pumpers get your block work, smokers get a grand. That's a blunt or two. What you wanna do? Do the count, see the amount that we running through. Yeah, it's incredible, unforgettable. We got the oils and the wax and the edibles. Had them for years now. I've been way ahead of you. In the water with the sharks, just trying to swim. Every L is a W, trying to win. Yeah, what you trying to spin? Pot of gold, silver cushion, ganja.
Y'all said ganja grand.